Hey everyone, welcome to Board Game Essentials. My name is Kodak. Today I'm going to be teaching you Splendor. In Splendor, you're going to be taking on the role of a rich merchant during the Renaissance. You're going to be purchasing development cards to turn your raw gems into beautiful jewels. Let me show you how to play. Let's go over the setup of the game. This is what the game setup will look like in a 4-player game. Shuffle the different colored decks and deal out 4 cards in a line like we have set up here. Place the 6 colored gems in easy reach of all the players in a stack. Shuffle and deal out 5 random noble tiles above the blue 3-dot cards. The rest of the nobles go back in the game box. The youngest player begins. Now we are ready to play. Also, for those who are curious, there is a setup difference for 2 or 3 players. Follow this chart instead if you want to play a game with less people. Now let's go over the overview of the game. During the game, players will take different colored gems and gold tokens. Players will spend these tokens to purchase development cards, and this is the main way for players to score prestige points in the game. When a player has the listed amount of development cards in their tableau, then they immediately receive a noble tile, earning more points. As soon as one player reaches 15 points, the current turn ends, and the player with the most prestige points wins. Now let's go over what you could do on your turn. On a player's turn, they must choose to perform only one of the following 4 actions. Take 3 gem tokens of different colors. So let's say I want to take white, blue, and red, like that. The second action is to take 2 gem tokens of the same color. Note, this is only possible if there are at least 4 tokens of the chosen color when the player takes them. So in this example, I want to take 2 black gems, like that. However, there is just one caveat when taking gems. You can never have more than 10 gems at the end of your turn. If you do, you must discard down to 10, returning them to the stack. You can also return all or some of the gems that you just drew on that turn. The third action is to reserve 1 development card and take 1 gold gem. The gold color is the wild color. So let's say I wanted to reserve this. I'm going to put it face down and get a gold token. And I'm going to draw a new card. When you reserve a card, just take any card from the board or 1 face down on any of the decks. These cards are kept face down, secret from the other players. The fourth action is you could purchase 1 face-up development card from the board, or purchase 1 you had reserved from a previous round. When you buy a development card, you must spend the number of tokens indicated on the card. Then you can place it in your tableau. Now you have 1 token in that color for the rest of the game. Place the purchase card with a new one from the same level deck. So for example, if I do want to buy a development card on the board and I have the requirements met for one of the cards, and it's this card, so I'm going to use the blue gem, the white gem, the red gem, and 2 black gems in order to purchase this development card. Then drawing a new development card. Remember, if you buy enough development cards to meet the requirements of a noble, you automatically get that noble tile at the end of your turn. Note that if you are qualified for 2 nobles at the same time, you can only choose 1. You may take the other noble on your next purchase if it is still available. When a player reaches 15 prestige points, complete the current round so that each player has the same number of turns. The player who has the highest points wins. Those are all the essentials you need to play.